Welcome to the series of Relational Database Management System. Myself is Fatima Rafiq, Assistant Professor, Abida Ramdas Senior College, BCA Department. Today, we will be starting with a new series, that is PLSQL. PLSQL is a second unit of the FIBBACA SEM 1 DBMS, RDBMS course. These are the units that we will be covering in the PLSQL lecture series. That is overview of PLSQL, data types, PLSQL block, what are exception, predefined user-defined exception, views, function and procedures, cursor, type of cursor and trigger. So without any further delay, let's start with the series. Now what we will see, what is PLSQL. PLSQL stands for Procedural Language Structure Query Language. It is a combination of SQL with a procedural feature of programming language. It stores and compiles in the database, runs within the Oracle executable, and inherits the security, robustness, and portability of the Oracle databases. PLSQL is fully block structure that enables the developer to combine the power of SQL with a procedural statement. PLSQL was developed by the Oracle Corporation in 19s along with the Java and SQL itself. PLSQL is nothing but the extension to the SQL language, where we have already studied the SQL in the DBMS series. So PL means a procedural language. So we are having already the SQL and we are just combining the SQL with the procedural capability of the programming languages. PLSQL, it is actually using a block structure. So whatever we will be writing, it is in the form of block. Now, there may be some advantages or disadvantages of using the PLSQL. When we use PLSQL, what are the advantages we are getting? Here, the advantages is it reduces the network traffic. As PLSQL, the nature of PLSQL is whenever it execute the entire block. So the set of instruction which is passed from user machine to the Oracle engine, here it reduces the network traffic, because here the number of execution of query will be very high, but the number of execution of the PLSQL block, because it is the entire set of instructions, set of queries will be enclosed inside one block, so it reduces the network traffic. This is the advantage of the PLSQL. So if you want to remember the point, we can write the point over here. Like first point is number 1, it reduces the network traffic. What is the second advantage that we will be having? Here it is giving us the procedural language support. What do you mean by procedural language support? Procedural language support, it means that whenever we are using the PLSQL, it is not only give us a facility of writing the queries, but because here we are taking the query within a block, and in a block we can use a certain condition. There will be a facility of checking the conditions, doing a looping and branching operations. So all these things we can able to do in the PLSQL, but these are not present in the SQL. Then the next advantage here is error handling. Error handling is a capability of a programming language where we are trying to estimate the error and then we will be able to handle it. So because in this PLSQL we will be covering one topic, that is exception handling. So in the exception handling we can able to estimate the errors, the error which can come whenever the execution of code is happening. At that time, the how to handle the error, how to check whether the error will come or not. So for that we will be using PLSQL. It permits us to write the user-friendly error messages also by using certain predefined functions. So this is one of the advantages of using the PLSQL. Now, when we are using the SQL in the last series or in the database management system, at that time we are not able to, because whenever we are running a query, we are running query by using the different kind of DDL or DML statement. But if we want a variable to be declared and some intermediate result to be kept stored in the variable, that is not possible in case of the SQL. But PLSQL give us the facility of declaring a variable and storing the intermediate result in that variable. So declaration of variable is possible over here. All the intermediate results that we want can be stored in the variable. Then next is security. The next advantage is a security. Whenever we consider the PLSQL, here in the PLSQL, it is very secure. It is secure for manipulating, for controlling, for validating the unauthorized access to the data from the SQL server. So these are some advantages of the PLSQL. When we say advantage of PLSQL, there are some disadvantages also present when we consider the PLSQL. So let's see the disadvantages of using PLSQL. What are the disadvantages? Number one, not all the errors, as we say that we can able to handle the errors in PLSQL, but not all type of error is able to handle by a PLSQL. There are certain errors which are not the inbuilt error, but these error for this particular error we are again there are some errors, but we are not able to handle it. So the error handling capability are limited. Number two, whenever the inserted value is there in the table, once the power is failure, these all inserted value will goes down. It does not appear, it does not present over there. Then we use the PLSQL. Whenever we are using the PLSQL, what are the PLSQL and what is the benefit of using it? Number one, it gives us the facility of using the block structure. Because it is a block structure, so block can be stored in the database, and then whenever we want it, we can reuse it. So reuse capability will be there. Number two, better performance. PLSQL engine process the multiple SQL statements simultaneously as a single block. So there is reducing the network traffic. And error handling, because it has the capability of handling the error, for which we will be having a different type of libraries, so we can able to use it. Portability says that when the code which is written for a one machine can be able to execute on the another machine. So the code is portable. We need not change it to run to the another machines. So these are the overview of PLSQL. I hope this is clear to you. I have taken some point which is not written here, but I think it is clear to you. If you find any difficulty or if you find any doubt, you can write in the comment box. Thank you.